Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make the cute little bobbles that you're going to be making on your blanket as a crocheter, and these bobbles are how you're going to mark the temperatures. We're not using color on this temperature blanket, we're using a texture to mark the temperatures. So this is a little demo piece. Yours is going to look much different because one, your fabric's finer, and two, you're going to have probably more bobbles than this, unless you live in Montana or Maine in the winter and you might not have any bobbles. But anyway, so the way you're going to do it, and we'll have a much more in-depth discussion about this in another video, but briefly, on one edge of your row, you're going to do a number of bobbles that represents the low temperature of the day. And on the other end of your row, you'll do a number that represents the high temperature of the day. But in this video, we're mostly going to focus on how to make the bobbles. So in the pattern repeat, I have just finished a stripe 1, and now I'm doing row 2 of a stripe 2. You're going to alternate between those two different stripes. You do one stripe a day, either a stripe 1 or 2, and you just alternate between the two of them. I have this marker placed in here from the beginning of row 2 before, when I made a slip stitch. And I mentioned placing a marker in the top of it can be helpful because those slip stitches can be little and hard to see where they are, and you don't want to neglect working a single crochet into it at the end of your row 1, otherwise you'll lose a stitch. So I'll show you again how to do it, but I placed a marker in that slip stitch. Now I'm going to take it out and work my final single crochet of this row 1 into that. And now I'm going to work an edge bobble. You do an edge bobble every 4th row on this pattern. So stripe 1, you don't do an edge bobble. Stripe 2, you will do one. So to make that bobble, as a refresher, you chain 4, and then you work a double crochet into the 4th chain from your hook. And then the first stitch that you do in the row is a slip stitch. Now the reason that you do a slip stitch here instead of a single crochet is that working these edge bobbles kind of makes the edge flare out a little bit, and making a slip stitch, which is shorter than a single crochet, helps equalize the height of that side edge so it doesn't flare out more than this side where you don't have any edge bobbles. Okay, so I just worked that slip stitch as my first stitch of the row. I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'm going to find that marker and I'm going to clip it back into the top of the slip stitch, which is right there, right next to the bobble. So it's between the bobble and the first single crochet that I did. So let me get it a little bit better. Putting that marker in it will remind you that you need to do a single crochet into that when you come back on the next row. Okay, so the bobbles are worked on the wrong side of the blanket. You do them on a row 2 because they pop through to the front when you work them from the wrong side. So the row 2 stripe starts with 1 slip stitch and then 7 single crochets. So that was 1, here's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I'm ready to do a bobble. It's set in between the bobbles from the row before, not right on top of them. If you get off, it doesn't really matter very much. I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing to stress about if you're not quite in the right place. Okay, so to make a bobble, what this bobble is basically 4 double crochets that you work halfway through, all in the same place, and then the very last step, you're going to work through the top of all of them to connect them into one bobble. So what you're going to do is you'll start a double crochet, you'll wrap and insert, wrap and pull up a loop, and then wrap and pull through 2 loops, and then stop. You're going to wrap again, poke into the same place, pull up a loop, wrap and pull through 2, stop. Time number 3, wrap and poke in, pull up a loop, wrap and pull through 2, and then one last time, number 4, wrap, poke in, pull up a loop, wrap and pull through 2. That leaves you with 5 loops on your hook. Now you're going to connect, see you've got 4 part double crochets right there. For the last step, you wrap and pull through all of those loops, and there's your bobble. Now because it's much taller, when you come down here to do your single crochet, you see it kind of pulls it down and it makes it poke out to the front. So that's why you work them from the wrong side. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is 5 single crochets, and then I'll do another bobble. If you want your bobble spaced closer together, you can. If you don't want to start them at the beginning of the row, you can do that too. But again, we'll talk about all that in the next video. Okay, I'll do another bobble. So I'm going to wrap and insert, pull up a loop, wrap and pull through 2. I'm going to do that 4 times total. So there was 1 in the same place, 2, 3, and 4. And then for the final step, you wrap and pull through all 5 loops on your hook, and then carry on in your single crochet. And that's all there is to a bobble. They're fun and they're easy, and I love them. I think they're adorable. There they are on the right side of the work. It's a fun texture poking up like that. Okay, have fun making some bobbles.